In this world, there's two very different types of persons. First are the normal people just following what society tells them, living a life based on trends. They just spend a whole life indulging in cheap pleasures such as porn, casual sex. They don't even want to build a family or live a meaningful life. Then we have the ones that have not lived an easy childhood, but they are full of anger to build a family and become a role model for the ones around us. But there's one piece of the puzzle that is missing for that group, and that is the art of sexual transmutation. What's up, man? In this video, I will teach you how to constantly transmute your sexual energy for the rest of your life through this process called the UCT method. And it will allow you to achieve things that people literally take 20 or 30 years of achieving, or be able to achieve them in a couple of months. Now, as you know, with this from birth, we are just living a life full of brainwashing. When we go into school, they teach us about sexual education, which makes us, when we are young, normalized towards lust and having sex. And sadly, a lot of people experience fornication or just overall masturbation because of it. But also, the mainstream media, which looks very credible on the surface, is backed up by the science-backed messages that masturbation is healthy and that porn is harmless and pleasurable. This enemy is basically the influence of the society that we receive and accepted unconsciously. For years now, they have been on purpose slowly castrating men, not only killing their sexual energy, but their internal drive to just stand against what is wrong and do what they know is right. But don't worry, you can easily break free from these chains that they put on you and instead live a life where you are confidently leading other men and interact with the right faithful woman without thinking of lust and overall feeling creepy around them. And maybe even the near future build a family. My experience personally with sexual transmutation has been crazy. That's why I'm making this video today. I've been able to achieve so many things in a very short amount of time. Because of it, from impacting thousands of men on a daily basis, now over it on the internet, to building a successful business, to being extremely confident in whatever I do. Before finding the UCT method, which I will talk in the video, I would constantly end up relapsing. But that relapse for me didn't just mean the end of a streak. I still remember being in my room, having masturbated almost 3 to 4 times straight. My mind kept on telling me, this is a waste of time, you should stop doing it, I don't even like doing it. And at that time, it was the loneliest point of my life. I remember waking up in the morning and feeling down because I had zero friends. I would spend my whole day in my house, in my room, just do the same routine over and over again. And then the next day, go to my job and then come back and do the same things. So at that time, I would on average masturbate about once a week. Now before then, I would masturbate maybe 3 to 4 times a day with porn. Now I was masturbating without porn once a week and then sometimes 2-3 times a week. And every single time I finished the masturbation, I would have this painful feeling. This feeling that was becoming the past version of myself. The version of me that was a loser basically, that was getting bullied, that couldn't stand for himself, that would achieve nothing and will amount to nothing. But now, ever since doing the subconscious transition method, which is the method I teach my students to quit porn and masturbation forever, and also using the UCT method to constantly transmute that energy unconsciously without even me realizing, I've been able to achieve way more. Quit my job, make way more money, make thousands every month, and network with plenty of like-minded people. So I'm not lonely anymore. And obviously, now I have impacted over thousands of events. So what's the UCT method? In order to fully do it, you need to follow these 3 steps that will allow you to do the sexual transmutation, just like how they talk all about in the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. First, how to get a release without masturbation or porn. What most people don't understand is masturbation in and of itself is not natural. But we can understand why do people even masturbate in the first place. Now, masturbation only comes from the fact that we have been told that it was a good thing. Because if we go back about 100 years ago, people would see masturbation as a sin and something that is not natural, right? They won't even indulge in it for 1 second. And because they never indulge in it, They never seen the benefit of indulging in it. And their brain always acts on the perceived benefits of something. That's what most people don't understand what porn masturbation is. They see benefits in those things, but they just cover it with saying, oh, I'm addicted, I cannot do anything, it makes me feel bad. But in reality, there's actually some benefits they get out of it. Now, I'm not gonna tell you a technique like just do 20 push ups, 20 squats, so you transmute your energy, or just have a goal or have a business. This is all bullshit. That's why people even relapse in the first place. Because the benefit that most people get out of this is the release, meaning they are able to release that semen because apparently they need to clean up the pipes. Tribe in Africa that doesn't even know what masturbation is. And that is the case for most tribes, where they never ever experienced what masturbation even is, because they don't have the influence of the society. Now, what is my point with this? My point is that people don't do a behavior except if society told them to do it. Because that shows that masturbation in and of itself is not natural. And if something is not natural, that means that it doesn't really serve a purpose. Now, the question comes is, what is the way that we get a release then? What you're gonna understand is that when you stop masturbating, or let's say you don't have sex for the moment, you're not in a relationship, you want to get married in a few years, right? Your body will naturally release that semen through nightfalls, aka wet dreams. Yes, you heard that right. Through nightfalls or wet dreams. The body has a natural mechanism that allows it to get a release and clean the pipes. Now you don't have to worry about, oh, I need to masturbate to get a release. No, no, no. This is not how it works. Masturbation doesn't do any of this. Masturbation serves no purpose. I will also leave a document in the description down below, which you can read even more about it and you will understand everything. And if also realize that masturbation is not even healthy, it is just neutral, meaning it's not harmful, it's a bit harmful, but it doesn't have any benefits. The benefits only come from your own perception. If you believe something is gonna happen, then it's gonna happen. We call this a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because at the end of the day, if masturbation was truly natural, and now that's the thing, because people believe it's natural, then it makes it as something they want to do, because they think, oh, it's natural, I should do it. Because animals are doing it, but animals are also eating their own poop, right? So if masturbation was natural, then why don't you do it the day you have puberty? Why don't your hands reach your genitals the day you have puberty? If it was natural. Think about that for a second. You will realize that you don't masturbate because your body naturally just uses hand to have sex with his own self. Rather, you masturbate because of the influence of a degenerate society. Secondly, uncover all the benefits of getting a release and uncover all of the benefits of doing sexual transmutation. What most people don't understand is that the brain makes a choice depending on what is going to bring the most benefits. So to give you like a very easy example, what if I told you that if you don't masturbate for another second for the rest of your life and I'm going to give you $100 million, would you really masturbate then? Which shows that because you see more benefits in doing the other thing, aka gain the millions of dollars than masturbation, then you choose that. Now the problem right now is not the fact that masturbation is addictive, it's that you see benefits in masturbation. Because the science lied to you by saying it's healthy, it releases stress, or you go to explore your own body. If you never knew those things, you wouldn't even be masturbating in the first place. So I want you to make a list of the benefits you actually get from masturbation or porn, whatever, and the benefits you get from not watching porn or not masturbating. And this will again do the same thing as if it did for the $100 million. You will see more benefits in doing the other option, which is not masturbating or not watching porn, which will allow you to just be free forever. But then To make it even easier for you so you don't have any cravings or urges, a lot of people think that porn or masturbation relieves stress, and they think chemically talking it actually relieves stress. But the way it actually does, which most people don't even know, is that stress comes from thoughts. We cannot see stress, it's not physical. Stress comes from your thoughts, it's in your mind. And when you are trying to relieve stress, you are relieving not the stress in and of itself. In your brain, you are just changing your focus away from the stressful thoughts to watching porn or the feeling of masturbating. That's the way you release stress. You can relieve stress with anything. Now, my goal here is to just debunk the fact that masturbation and porn has so many benefits, that it feels so good and it's pleasurable, all of this. It's all lies, and simply because of these lies, we watch porn. The day you realize that this is not true, and you fully realize with proof, that's what I do in my coaching. People quit overnight like this because they realize that I have been lied to. Now I have proved that I can be free forever, and now I don't even have urges. That's what happened. Now, third, and this is for your life in general, and this changed my life as well, to be honest, which is to build a vision. Imagine you have a car and you're just letting it sit in your parking lot and you don't really have any fuel, but you don't do anything with it. Now, my question is that car going to be, useful for you? Not really, right? Is the car going to be something that you are gonna able to go long distance? No, because you are not using, because you don't even know where you are going. That's where the vision comes in. Because think of the fuel as the sexual energy, and think of the car as the vehicle that will allow you to get to your vision. Now that vision needs to be you. Where do you want to go? What do you want to be? I talk with so many, these normal people. They don't even know where they are going in life. I ask them, man, what do you want to be in the next 2 or 3 years? They reply, they say, well, I don't know. But maybe in college, I asked one boy, like, what is like the big goal you want to achieve in your life? Like, what's that one thing that if you achieve, you will be like so happy? And they say, I just want to, build a good physique. I just want to get my driver's license. Driver's license? I mean, what is life worth living for these normies? You don't want to be a normie. You want to be someone who is a leader, right? Leaders always have a great vision. That's what allows you to wake up every single day and you know where you are going, rather than just you don't really know what you are doing. So you're just gonna get lost. What's the worst thing about this is when things get hard, when things gets uncomfortable, when things get overall bad, you just give up, because you just go back to what is comfortable and known to you. Now the guy that has a vision is going somewhere. If things gets hard, if things gets uncomfortable, everything bad happens to him, he's still gonna push through it because he knows where he's going. He's going towards something right rather than just sit at the same place. That's how it works, and this will benefit you for the rest of your life, because you're gonna wake up every single day and unconsciously you're gonna use that sexual energy, because you will have a clear defined end destination that your brain is gonna be like, okay, we are actually going there, rather than be like, I don't know where we are going. That's the power of having a vision. Now I want you to do this. Go and write, what do I want my life to look like if everything went well in the next 2 or 3 years? And then write in terms of money, in terms of maybe building a family, maybe in terms of your influence, maybe in terms of your social skills, maybe in terms of your physique, maybe in terms of your skills, all of those things that excites you, and really paint a very clear picture in your mind. You can even send it to me on Instagram and I will review it for you and tell you what to do next. So please do these 3 steps and trust me, your life is gonna change forever. Okay, so this is how you can transmute your sexual energy for the rest of your life. But if you want to see how I debunk in a scientific way the myths around porn and masturbation, which allowed my students to quit in less than 7 days, click the link in the description below and it will take you to my free training. And I will see you in the next video. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.